that was Thor. Thank you very much for that. We're now going to do something a bit new for this event, which is we're going to switch across the live stream to a live interview with Marius van der Wijden from the Geth team. He's doing a lot of the work around testing the merge right now. Hopefully, if it works properly, then that live stream interview will be shown in here, so feel free to stay and watch this. But without further ado, I'll pass over, and hopefully the switching will work, so that we will move to the live stream interview with Marius van der Wijden being interviewed by Sara Polak. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, are we live? Oh, we're live. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I thought we were doing a test, and there you go. That's how technology works when it's actually real time. It's really nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Sara Polak. I'll be doing my best to make these interviews and live streams not sound like I'm selling jewelry at a teleshopping conference. But really welcome everyone to Eat Prague. We have a solar punk theme this year, which is basically cyberpunk's more optimistic, more ecological, and more friendly and greener kind of little brother. I've got, however, here Marius from Ethereum Foundation. And Marius, my first question would be, you've got the testing the merge hashtag on your t-shirt, which looks like good swag. How does that connect to the solar punk theme? I'm curious.
Hey everyone. Thank you for having me. Yeah, so right now we're changing the algorithm, the proof of work algorithm, the consensus algorithm of Ethereum to be more energy efficient and more environmentally friendly. And I think it's a big issue right now, and I think it stops a lot of adoption because people still, when they think about cryptocurrencies, they always think about the energy consumption of it. And if we can get rid of most of that, then it would be really nice, and I think it fits right in with the solar punks, trying to make the world a better place, and trying to make the world a greener place also.
Nice. One of the things that we want to do here is kind of divorce from the nation state, because that's not always done, well, it's never done exceptionally efficiently. And we've got, on one hand, Greta Thunberg kind of traveling the globe and telling everyone about saving polar bears. But the other thing is the demonization of cryptocurrencies because of the energy consumption. So how do you feel it fits into the general climate narrative? And what is the technology going to look like as well, you making it more efficient?
Yeah, so the big energy in cryptocurrencies is spent on making sure, like limiting the set of participants that can propose a block, and limiting the attack surface that someone can do. And so if we change it, so right now we're just wasting energy. So the proof of work is actually more proof of waste. We're wasting energy to make sure that we wasted something, that we put some capital in, and we bought mining hardware, we bought energy, and we put capital to work. And but we can also just lock up capital, and that's the proof of stake. Basically, everyone goes ahead, locks up capital, and by this they get to vote on the next blocks, and so it's way more efficient than proof of work, roughly 99.95%, and so the energy consumption of Ethereum will go down from the energy used by a small country like Ireland, down to the energy used by a couple of thousand people. And so that's, I think it's a great step in the right direction.
Nice. I love it. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is like the best workout for actually holding the microphone in place. I need to go to the gym more. But one last question, which is dreaded by anyone working in tech. When can we expect this deployment?
That's a great question. Usually in Ethereum, it's always phrased a bit differently. It's always when merge. That's the big question. We started the first testnet actually 2 or 3 days ago here in Prague. We merged the first testnet, Ropsten. Everything went extremely well, and so we have 2 more testnets that we want to go through. So we've been testing for the last roughly half a year, and after the last 2 test nets, then we will go to mainnet if nothing breaks on the nothing significant breaks on the test nets. So we should be looking at a timeline roughly earliest roughly around August, maybe 1 or 2 months later, depending on the circumstances.
Nice.
So it's coming, it's near, and it's time to get excited about it.
Yeah, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get excited about it. And if you want something done about it, the climate, don't necessarily rely on institutions, but rely on awesome people like Marius and his team here to actually make the world a better place and make it a little bit more solar punk. Although I've got steampunk glasses on, solar punk is very much my jam. So thank you so much. We will be seeing you. Oh, we can keep going apparently. See, well we're testing it out. Apparently we've got time. I'm always stressed about time immensely. So actually, if you could tell me a little bit more about the team that you're in as well, because that was my kind of backup question that I was excited about as well. So how does it work within the Ethereum Foundation?
Yeah, so the Ethereum Foundation itself also has it also likes to be decentralized in a way. It also likes to live what it preaches, and so within the Ethereum Foundation you have a lot of different small teams that organize themselves, and I'm in the Go Ethereum team. We make the Go Ethereum. We develop the Go Ethereum client, which is basically the software that that does the whole network. So basically, when you send a transaction, you send it to a node, and this node distributes your transaction throughout the whole network. The people in the network will verify your transaction, that you have enough funds, that you can pay for the transaction, and then they will mine it into a block, and this block will get sent to the network, verified, everything, and all of this is done by full nodes, and Go Ethereum is one of the full node implementations, but there are a couple others, and you should also run them, because right now Go Ethereum is used by most of the people, but there are really good other implementations out there that should be run by more people. So if you're a staker out there and you're looking to upgrade your setup for the merge, then go run a minority client like Nethermind and Bisu, Aragon. They're really good, they're really great clients, and we're happy to have them. Yeah.
Nice. And unfortunately for the stage manager, they encouraged me that I can keep talking, so I'm going to do that. I've got a bit of a philosophical question. When policy is made in terms of to make a better society, to kind of move forward, usually the nation states put together something, and then that's executed. How is this decision making and this policy making done somewhere as decentralized as Ethereum Foundation? Because you don't want to replicate the same hierarchy in terms of giving things to do, but at the same time you want to move stuff forward. So how's that balance?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy in a decentralized way. So the idea for the network to switch to proof of stake was already there from the beginning, and it was always the idea to do it at some point. And it took way longer than anticipated to actually implement the stuff and make sure it's secure. And yeah, but it's not easy. Basically, we're changing the motor of a running engine, the engine of a running car going down the highway, and so yeah, it's not easy. And the decision, what happens with the network is not done by the Ethereum Foundation, but it's done by the community and done by the different client implementations. One of which is run by the fund, is funded by the foundation. Others are their own companies, and so it's always it's always a lot of discussions. We have a pretty decentralized process. We meet every 2 weeks to discuss general directions and stuff like that. So that's why it's decentralized in a way, and that's why it takes so long. But it also prevents players from capturing the governance, and I think that's really great. It's pretty grassroots.
Yeah. That's awesome. I think that it takes maybe long in your world, but it's probably still quicker than like the Paris Climate Agreement or something. Ladies and gentlemen, this was an amazing talk. And I've got one last question before we leave. What are you most looking forward to at Eat Prague? What's like the highlight that you think, yep, I got to do that, or something that you want to get out of this conference?
Oh, it's great here. Like I really enjoy it. I really enjoy going to hackathons. Just a general feeling. Ethereum hackathons. It's always really. There's so much like flavor in it. It's just great, and they did a great job. Just this venue is incredible. So if you're able to make it here, it's great, and the food is great, and there's so much power here, and you feel it in everyone you talk to. I really like that. I'm also participating in the hackathon. So one thing that there's an update coming up soon after the merge, and we're building some prototypes for that, and yeah, we're hacking on that. I'm really looking forward to doing that. We will probably not be participating in the real hackathon, but like just doing it on the side, being part of this community is incredibly nice.
Awesome, thank you. I mean, you couldn't really have had a better sales pitch for Eat Prague here at Parallel Polis in Prague. And if you also want a power to the people, but without the 100 million dead from communism, then this is definitely the place for you to be and try hack some stuff. And thank you so much that you're doing something very actively for climate change and preserving power and making sure that you're much more efficient without any kind of diktat from the top. You kick ass, Marius. So thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you so much for having me, and have fun with the live stream. I think there's a bunch of really great talks coming up today and tomorrow. A bunch of my colleagues also are talking about stuff, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, and we'll have a lot of fun with the live stream. So we'll see you tomorrow with a little bit more. There's also 2 pre-recorded things going out today, which you definitely should keep your eyes peeled out for. And if you can make it, please make it. And otherwise, we'll see you online, and thank you so much. Take care. Bye.